Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Welcome back to Krina, where we dive into the world of global trade and geopolitics. Today, we're exploring a case that's got everyone in the EU and Indonesia buzzing: the biodiesel tariff dispute. So what's at play here? Well, let's break it down. The World Trade Organization has ruled in favor of Indonesia, saying that the European Union's taxes on biodiesel imports are indeed discriminatory. Now, you might be wondering why this matters. Simple, it's all about trade and tariffs. The EU imposed these tariffs as part of its Renewable Energy Directive, aimed at reducing greenhouse gas emissions from transportation fuels. However, critics argue that this policy unfairly targets Indonesia, which is one of the largest suppliers of biodiesel to the EU. Indonesia claims that the EU's taxes are harming its economy and limiting access to the European market. The WTO has ruled in favor of Indonesia, saying that the EU's tariffs are indeed higher for Indonesian biodiesel compared to other suppliers. But here's the thing. The EU says it's not trying to hurt Indonesia's economy. It just wants to make sure that any imported biodiesel meets certain environmental standards. Now we know what you're thinking. What about the bigger picture? Why does this matter so much? Well, for one, it's a classic case of protectionism versus free trade. The EU is trying to protect its domestic renewable energy market, while Indonesia feels like it's being unfairly penalized. But there's more at stake here than just trade policies. This dispute also speaks to the complex web of international relations and global governance. Who gets to set the rules in this game, and how do we balance competing interests? So, what's next for Krina? Well, it looks like the EU is taking its loss to the WTO and will be appealing the ruling. That means we'll have to wait and see how this plays out. Will the EU get its way, or will Indonesia continue to argue that the tariffs are unfair? One thing's for sure. This case highlights just how intertwined global trade has become. We'll keep following this story and bringing you updates as more information becomes available. Thanks for tuning in to Krina. We'll catch you in the next video.